My name is Stephanie Hall Powell, and I'm the CEO and Superintendent, and I also act as principal this year. Yeah, so what I want SA Prep to be is I wanted to provide a different educational experience for our children, especially brown and black children. And in order to do that, we have to do things differently. So when you approached me with the opportunity to be able to do music production in school and not as an after-school extracurricular activity, I was enticed by that in the sense of like our students get the opportunity to have hands-on experience with something that they wouldn't normally have an opportunity to do unless it's an after-school activity, or if they had the funds to be able to do it. That there's an internal rhythm within our Black students that I don't think that a lot of cultures and people understand, and music is something that is the heartbeat of Black culture. And so when you're able to bring that in and tie that into school, it allows children to really thrive and to experience something that they wouldn't necessarily experience. One, that it's culturally relevant to them because it's their music, it's their era, it's their time, but also it's tied to education. So now they don't feel like it's separate and it's something that they'll be condemned for listening to or creating or loving because it's a part of the school atmosphere. The message that they got across, it was transformational for them because they came in with this like a depression or with a sadness or with like a void that they weren't quite sure what it was as young people, right? They're 10, they're 11, they're 12. And then being able to be in music production where they're now able to create a rhythm that's already within them and then put a message to it that other people get to enjoy and experience, and then they put themselves into it. It brings you to tears to hear some of the words and the messages that some of the kids created. It needed to be more of like, we needed to understand the music industry side, and then you all needed to understand the educational side. And then once we merged that in January, then it was beautiful. Like it's amazing, it's wonderful. Our relationships are great. The students are operating in class the way that they should be and not just as an after-school program. And when something is a part of the school day for a child, it's a part of learning. But when it's an after-school activity, then it's just an extracurricular that you either can or cannot attend. But when it's within the school day, it's mandatory, you have to go to class, but two, it really helps our children to understand that someone in administration or someone who allowed this class to be a part of our educational day values this and values it being a part of my life, as opposed to it just being a choice for something that's after school. And I think that's really powerful for children. I think the most impactful student was Brianna. And Brianna came in not really interested in Soundgarden at all whatsoever, and was kind of distant and had behavior problems in the class, and then showed her that she was the creator of what she was doing, and that she could put her life and her message into it, where you saw a 180 with her. No more behavior issues. She was head first, heart deep into her work, and it showed. And she has such phenomenal and deep and like very emotional songs that she's written that really show like, one, the struggle of a 12-year-old, that the struggle of the life that she's lived up until this point that most adults haven't lived, that she's sharing with the world because that's her way of healing. So I think she is the most impactful story that I can